Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing good and safe at your homes. So, Tech Infore is back again with another uh, technical video to impart knowledge to students and cloud learners. So, this time we are trying to create more awareness on network technologies that are there in the AWS cloud. Also, we have launched AWS cloud course and we are covering all these concepts in the course as well. So if you have any requirement for training, you can contact us and we can discuss about the training. But also as a part of knowledge sharing, you can watch these videos to get more knowledge and clear your concepts as well. So moving forward, so it as a part of cloud services and demonstration network and compute practical demo, I have created this video to cover network service. So in my previous videos, I have covered network and compute layer component practicals. And like in network layer, I have covered routing, subnets, internet gateway, elastic IP, creation of virtual data center or VPC, and creation of NAT gateway, VPC peering connection, like customer want to establish communication between two different VPCs, then we need to use VPC peering connection. And in case customer is having more than one or two or three VPCs, then it gets a bit more complex. Then we need to use transit gateway. And I have created videos for creation of connection between two different VPCs in same and different region using transit gateway. Also, another connectivity can be like establishing of IPsec VPN connection to customer on-premise data center from AWS cloud. So I have showcased and create an environment and creation of VPN connection using VPN gateway. And as a part of AWS compute layer components, I have created videos for creation of Windows and Linux instances and used load balancing and to distribute the traffic between two or more Linux or Windows instances, and another beautiful concept called auto scaling group to learn automation in cloud and also see scalability that automatically scaling instances and adding of instances and deletion of instances. So to understand the concept, you can watch these videos. So in this video, what I'm going to cover is that creation of IPsec VPN connection and that using a transit gateway. In my previous video, what I did, I used VPN gateway, but the difference comes on like if a customer is having more than one VPC, like customer is having VPC in more than one VPC in AWS cloud, like VPC A or VPC B, then in that case, like if we are using VPN gateway, then we have to create multiple VPN connections. But to resolve that problem and make the thing simplified and remove the complexity of management of different connections, what we can do is we can use AWS Transit Gateway between customer VPCs on AWS Cloud and on-premise DC. So as I explained in my previous video also, and in this previous video, I'm not going to connect or create exact customer on-premise data center, but what I'm trying to do is I am creating these VPN components in region 1 in AWS cloud, and I'll create these components in another region like this I'm creating in Asia, and this I'll create in US. What it'll be same like we are connecting to customer on premise and creating similar sort of environment. The main objective of this uh, creation of video is there to clarify the concept of creation of IPsec VPN connection uh, uh, between AWS cloud and customer data center. But we are using this AWS cloud only to showcase this practical. But understand and create these components, and this will help you to clear your concept using transit gateway. So use cases can be like customer is having multiple data centers, virtual data centers or VPC networks on AWS cloud, and you want to establish communication between AWS cloud networks. and on-premise networks for, it can be like for data migration, or customer is having some of the servers on cloud, on AWS cloud, and some of the servers on premise data center, and they want to establish communication between these two servers for data migration or data transfer. So then we can use this IPsec VPN tunnel to establish the communication. So in this case, what I have done is I have created two VPCs, VPC A with the network 10.100/16 and VPC B with 10.200/16. And in case you want to understand how to create these VPC subnets, routing concepts, and all these components, then you can watch my previous video and you can understand how we can create these all these components. And also I've launched one machine in VPC 1 and another machine in VPC 2. And again, if you want to understand like how to launch the instance, you can watch my previous video. So in this, my main stress will be on creation of VPN components and installing a VPN server on another region. It can be like a customer on-premise DC. And in this also, I'll install a VPN server at the customer on-premise DC. So the process will be like, I'll create a customer VPN component using the public IP address of the VPN device on customer side. So VPN device, if we talk about, is it can be any device that supports IPsec capability. It can be any firewall, router, VPN device, but the main thing is it should support IPsec functionality, and then we can establish this VPN tunnel. I'll create a customer VPN component, and I'll create transit gateway, and or we can establish communication between these two VPCs using this transit gateway. Later, I'll create one VPN connection using these two components, customer VPN gateway and transit gateway. So once this is created, then we will move towards another region or customer on-premise DC and install OpenSWAN server. So this is free software that we can install on Linux instance, and we will install OpenSWAN VPN software on this instance and configure it as per the configuration files that we'll download from the AWS cloud. So that makes easy for the configuration, and we will copy all that configuration with some changes, and I'll paste all those configurations in the comments so that you can create your own environment. So once this VPN server is ready, up and running, and then we can see that tunnel status on AWS cloud will come up. This shows that we have established connectivity. Then later what we will do is that this machine is also having one private IP. And then we will do, what we will do is, then we will, from this machine in VPC A, we will try to ping the private IP of the same server. And then also we will ping from this machine to this machine. So this shows that we are successfully established the connectivity over the internet using secure IPsec VPN tunnel, and all this traffic will be encrypted, and we are able to reach the private networks and like private networks like from the machine instance over here and the private IP of this server, and we will be able to establish the communication that securely, and also we will be able to achieve our objective that customer is having more than one VPCs, and using transit gateway we are able to create a VPN connection and able to establish the connectivity. So let's move forward and create all this environment practically. I'll show you all these things practically, and we will make the configurations. So you can use all that configuration on your own account and create this. So let's move forward to AWS console. Okay, guys, so I'm into my AWS console, and as I have described in my diagrams, we are going to set up a VPN between Mumbai and North Virginia, IPsec VPN tunnel. So this is my Mumbai region, and I have two VPCs. So in this also, we will cover like we'll create a site-to-site IP sector using transit gateway, because the problem is that if we are using a VPN gateway only, then we are able to communicate with one VPC only. In case we have multiple VPCs behind the AWS gateway, so then we need to use transit gateway. So here in this case, these are the VPC1 and VPC2 in my Mumbai region. And if we go to North Virginia region, so here I have VPC, but here I have created one server Linux machine. I have launched it, and we are going to create this OpenSWAN VPN. We will make this server as a OpenSWAN VPN server and create site-to-site VPN with this server, and we'll create site-to-site VPN between with this server and Mumbai AWS gateway server. So I have allocated Elastic IP to this machine, and let's go to Mumbai region and create, first let's create transit gateway, then we will create VPN connection. So let's go to transit gateways, create transit gateways, Mumbai TG 001, Mumbai TG. Let's keep everything default and create transit gateway, close. So this will take some time. Let's create attachments, create attachment. But let's wait for some time to get this transit gateway created. It takes some time to complete the creation. So let's refresh it, and okay, our transit gateway is ready. Let's quickly create the attachments. Create attachment, VPN gateway, VPC. So let's attach these two, VPC1 and VPC2. So we are going to attach one subnet only, create attachment, close, create another attachment for VPC2, VPC type, select the VPC, VPC2. Okay, create attachment. Okay, our attachments are ready, and transit gateway route is available, associations, routes. So this will automatically will be here, and we will add the route for VPN gateway once it is created. So let's move forward and let's create customer gateway. So we will create customer gateway as per the NV customer gateway. So we will use the Elastic IP that is allocated to the server. Create customer gateway. Close. So here we are not going to create a virtual gateway because we are going to use transit gateway. So let's create a site-to-site VPN connection. Name Mumbai NV VPN connection. So in my previous video, I have selected virtual private gateway. So let's select transit gateway over here that we created before, existing customer gateway, NV customer, routing static. Let's keep everything as default, create VPN connection. So it will take some time to get created. So let's see when this will be available. Okay, so our VPN connection is available now. Let's see the tunnel details. So both the tunnels are down. So also let's complete the configuration on transit gateway as well. Let's go to transit gateway route. So the routes are automatically propagated. We need to create one static route for the network that is behind the OpenSWAN server, port 0.0/16. Choose attachment. So we are going to choose our VPN. Create static route. Close. Also, do not it will automatically appear after some time, and we can see that Yes, it's a black hole because our VPN is not enabled as of now. So when it is connected on both sides, then it will be enabled. Also, do not forget to update the route tables for the VPCs that we have created. Like for if we see the public route table for VPC1, I have added both the networks. This is behind the another VPC, VPC2, and this is the network behind the uh, customer gateway. So these both are going towards the transit gateway. So let me check the connectivity between these VPCs. So this is my VPC1 machine and this is VPC2. Let's try to ping these machines. Ping from VPC1 to VPC2, 10.2.1.73. Yes, we are able to reach. So let's try to ping from VPC2, 10.1.1.226. Okay, so using transit gateway, the connectivity between VPC1 and VPC2 is established. So let's go to the VPN connection and then establish the connectivity. Let's go to VPC and download the configuration file for VPN connection and configure the VPN on OpenSWAN. So here I'm into VPN connection, site-to-site VPN connection. Click on download configuration, select OpenSWAN and download configuration. Linux OpenSWAN, save, yes. Let's cancel this, open this file. So here is the complete configuration of the file that we need to paste it. So we have to make some minor changes in this file and then we can copy paste it. So in this, we have to change these two lines because it doesn't work, and I have followed some Linux site on internet and they suggested the configuration of OpenSWAN. So let's make some changes in these two lines. I'll copy this configuration in the comments so you can use all this configuration as it is. So one is this and another is we need to modify the networks. So left networks is the network behind the OpenSWAN server. So our network behind OpenSWAN server is 10.3.0.0. That is NVNet VPC network 16. And we have multiple networks behind AWS gateway. So let's use 0.0. Done. Okay. And in this, remove this line. Okay. So now we can copy all this configuration in our VPN OpenSWAN server. So this is our OpenSWAN server. I have installed the OpenSWAN software in this. So command to install OpenSWAN software is yum install OpenSWAN -y. So I have already installed it. So it's saying that already installed and latest version. So you can just run this command and install the OpenSWAN. So just let's copy this file first configuration into this file. So vim, right click and paste it. Come down, press O for next line and copy these lines. Control C, right click to paste. Let's remove this hash sign in front of this line so that it can be enabled. Okay, so it's enabled now. So to save the contents, press escape :WQ. So here you can see escape WQ. Press enter. So our contents are saved in the file. And let's move to next configuration is OpenSWAN conf. And in this, we need to remove hash sign before this file. So vim. Okay, in this hash is already removed. So escape :Q. We are not going to change anything or save anything. Move to next file. So let's update this file as well. Control C, vim, right click, and copy all this configuration and paste it in the file. Copy, right click, escape :WQ. All right, So this is the last one. To copy the secrets, vim, right click and copy this. This is the our OpenSwan server, and this is the customer AWS gateway, and this is the pre-shared secret key that is generated. So let's paste this as well. Escape : WQ. Okay, so our server is ready. Let's start. First, let's start the network command to start the network service. Restart it. Okay, let's start IPsec service. Start. Sorry, service IPsec start. Great. So let's check the status. Service IPsec status. Okay, so our VPN on OpenSwan server is up. Let's go to Mumbai region and let's see the tunnel status now. So let's go to tunnel status and refresh it. So we have created connection with tunnel 1 using this IP address. So it should come up now. Okay, so you can see that we have established VPN tunnel with our AWS VPN server, and we have established tunnel with site-to-site IPsec VPN server with tunnel 1 using this IP address, and you can see the status up. So let's try to ping private IP addresses from Mumbai regions. So this is my Mumbai region, and this is VPC1. And let me mention the diagrammatically. Mumbai VPC1, Mumbai VPC2. So we checked before these are able to communicate, and this is OpenSwan server in NV. So we should be able to ping from here and from here as well. So let's try to ping the private IP. Let me restart this session. Duplicate session. EC2-user. So this is VPC1. Duplicate session. EC2-user. Right. Okay. So this is VPC1, VPC2. So from VPC1, let's try to ping VPC2 10.2.1.73. Great. Let's ping the private IP of OpenSwan server. Let me go to North Virginia and let me find the private IP. So this is the private IP of OpenSwan 10.3.1.47. VPC1, VPC2, OpenSwan server. Okay, so from here I should be able to ping 10.3.1.47. Sorry, ping 10.3.1.47. Great. And from here, let me try to ping VPC1 10.1.1.226. I'm able to reach VPC1. let's try to ping OpenSWAN server behind the OpenSWAN IP address behind the OpenSWAN server 10.3.1.47. Great. So we are able to achieve the connectivity between on IPsec and in between the VPC. So we have multiple VPCs, VPC1 and VPC2, and we are able to achieve our connectivity over the IPsec VPN tunnel using the transit gateway and VPN connection. So we have connected our server customer, and using transit gateway, we are able to communicate between the multiple VPCs and over the IPsec tunnel toward the customer. So it's a use case like a customer is having multiple virtual data centers or virtual VPCs over the cloud, and they want to communicate to the on-premise network. So I hope you have enjoyed the concept, and if you like the concept video, please like it and subscribe my channel. I'll keep on uploading newer concepts and videos for new concepts of AWS Cloud. Thank you for watching the video. Please do not forget to remove the components that we created, like a transit gateway and other elastic IPs, so that you will be charged for this if you forget to remove them. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know in case you have any comments or questions. I'll be happy to answer those. Thank you. Bye-bye.